Family and friends, thank you for taking time to help celebrate and acknowledge our honoree, Master Sergeant Gehres. I apologize, Gehres, for his hard work and dedication to the various missions of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion and the Professional Education Center. Now, the Deputy Commandant, First Sergeant Blanton, will give us a few remarks. First Sergeant Blanton?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're very
Appreciate
welcome.
having me here today. Thank you all for taking the time to come here in this great moment for Master Sergeant Gehres. Yes, thank you. I want to start off with that, and I'm glad that you put it that way, is because this young man, I'll say, because I think I got a year or two on him, has done an outstanding job, phenomenal job, and he's leaving us here very soon and almost too quickly at the same time. I say that because of just the different aspects, the different avenues, the different roles he's sat in since he's been here has definitely helped all of us grow and touch some of you more than I could even say in words. But he will be very much missed, and more of anything on his comedian side of things. He always brought a different aspect and perspective to things that kept us light on our toes, but at the same time made sure that we were always checked and gave us his perspective, which a lot of times made us step back, and maybe we didn't always agree, but he definitely showed us another way, and we were able to take it and say, you know what, maybe I do need to relook at things. With that being said, I just want to kind of wrap it up in saying thank you for what you've done while you're here. Thank you for choosing to come to the schoolhouse after out there being in other parts of our CMF that can get very relaxing, you know. And I hope that this was very rewarding for you, because it was rewarding for us to spend time with you.
Thank you, First Sergeant. Sergeant Gehres, can you please come forward? Attention to orders. Master Sergeant Gehres is awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service in numerous positions of increased responsibility, culminating as the Training Development Chief. Master Sergeant Robert C. Gehres III. Dedication to duty, initiative, and professionalism were invaluable to the success of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. His exceptional leadership, lasting contributions, and service to the nation reflect great credit upon himself, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, the National Guard, Professional Education Center, the Army National Guard, and the United States Army. Signed, Brigadier General Leland T. Shepard, Land Component Commander. Woo-hoo. Master Sergeant Gehres is presented. Oh, you can take your seats. I should make you all.
Let's do this real quick. Yes.
Go over top.
Let's do that.
Master Sergeant Gehres is presented a National Guard Heritage Painting, Men of Iron, Pennsylvania, 1918, in recognition of dedicated service to the Army National Guard Bureau.
Is there a reason why you chose this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's my home state, and it's the second of two for the Army side, right? So the first is the Whiskey Rebellion, but I chose the Men of Iron because that is the PA Guard during World War I, where the nickname the Iron Division came from. So obviously, it's a proud Keystone wearing Men of Iron. That's a solid line. Needed that one.
Master Sergeant Gehres is presented the Arkansas Traveler Award. This award is presented to non-residents of Arkansas for exemplary and sustained support to the state of Arkansas and its programs. It will now be read by Sergeant Bates.
All right, the Arkansas Traveler. Arkansas has long been known for their hospitality and their love of their beautiful state. This certificate expresses the state's special recognition to out-of-state visitors who have contributed to the progress, enjoyment, or well-being of the state of Arkansas or to her people. The story behind the Arkansas Traveler is simple. While traveling through the Arkansas backcountry in the early 19th century, Colonel Sandy Faulkner, tired and hungry, came upon a humble squatter's cabin. He found the occupant sitting in the doorway playing the first part of a familiar tune over and over on an old fiddle. Faulkner stopped and asked for recommendations. For accommodations, the squatter offered none. When Faulkner asked why he played the same part of the tune over and over, the squatter replied that he didn't know the rest. When Faulkner played the turn of the tune, the squatter changed his mind and making the traveler royally welcome for as long as he pleased. Like that long ago traveler, we hope that you have had a good visit, enjoy our state, share your own turn of the tune with us, and always have nice things to say and good stories to tell about Arkansas.
Master Sergeant Gehres has now presented the PEC Signature Award. The award showcases the PEC Guidon and is personalized with well wishes by members of the SMTV and PEC team. Master Sergeant Gehres has now presented the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion PCS gift. This gift was compiled by the SMTV team in honor of Master Sergeant Gehres' time at the battalion and reads for exceptional service while assigned to the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, 1 September 2021 to 1 July 2024.
Thank you for everything. I'd say. I do just want to point out on here for Master Sergeant Gehres saying that the opportunity to do so many different roles and just to affect things are here. And when Master Sergeant Gehres is here, he was able to do that from the point of going out to Knox and dealing with our lovely transition NCO course, and even from the instructor point to say, hey, I know we've got new instructors coming in. Hey, go for that badge. It's there. Definitely worth the time.
Now, Mr. Chappell will present the following gift to Master Sergeant Gehres.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and start by what is this poster?
So this is also Pennsylvania during World War I. This is the original PA Guard recruiting poster with a bunch of what is actually traced to be the 111th Infantry Regiment. So it's doughboys getting ready to roll out to France to basically make that Men of Iron painting happen.
So the reason that I presented him this, and this was just something that I did, was because of the fact that since the first day that I met him, right, he would come by my cube and he's like, you got to give me that when I leave. You got to give me that poster. That's my unit. That's my original unit. That's my state. And I was like, man, I'm not going to give you the poster, man. It's mine. You know? I would mess with them all the time. It didn't really have any real meaning to me, right? But I was like, no, I took that from another desk. You know, it's mine. So I messed with them for years over it, and you know, I've worked with him for a long time now, and he's been a great role model and just an asset to our community here. And I just really am proud of everything that you've accomplished. And in here, in the back, there should actually be the original poster. So this one could go in your office, and then you can hang the other one up in your son's room, and you have both of them. So you're welcome. Congratulations, man.
Mrs. Gehres, could you please come forward?
I did warn
A certificate of appreciation. You got it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. A certificate of appreciation is presented to Mrs. Ashley N. Gehres for your unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during your spouse's time at the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. Your unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible your spouse's lasting contribution to the nation, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, the National Guard Professional Education Center, the Army National Guard, and the United States Army. Signed, Brett A. Ferguson, Lieutenant Colonel, AG, Commanding. Now, Master Sergeant Gehres will give his remarks.
Oh, man. So the good news is I have to be quick because it's lunchtime and everyone wants to go eat. Before I forget, because as everyone here has reminded me, when I got promoted to Master Sergeant, I completely neglected to look at my wife because I was trying not to cry that day too. But obviously, for anyone who knows me, or has worked with me, or hung out with me at all, without Ashley, I'm complete chaos, right? I am all impulse, all just immediate snap decision. So without my wife, there's no chance any of the success I've ever had is possible. Thankfully, after dragging her all over the eastern side of the country, I'm taking her to an hour, within an hour distance of family, which is cool because for those of you who haven't seen, we've got a brand new baby here with us today. It's not a fake baby. It's a real baby. I'm saying. But no, honestly, without Ashley, RC, and Luca, I 100% am not as motivated as I am to do anything. I'm nowhere near as happy and fun to work with. I know first start wherever he slipped off. It's tough to lose a guy who's 9.5 feet tall, but you do it well. I'm nowhere near like the fun-loving comedian that I am without them. I'm probably a way different guy that is less enjoyable to be around. 3 years ago, there's an Oracle who had a really good phone call with me. It was like, hey man, it's a really good place to work. They don't even do PT anymore. It's great. The hours are good. They're not even teaching resident anymore. And think within 2 weeks of getting here in August, Sar Wilson, who is not here today, was like, hey, good news. Your first cycle back is going to be resident. It's going to be awesome for you, right? And from there, the grind began. Everyone in the room here knows how it is and how tough it can be. And there's so many people that have been just a huge part of making that not suck, right? Day one of in-processing here, I'm sitting in the back of this exact classroom watching Sergeant Harriger teach MEPS course. Sergeant Dickerson walks in, he's like, hey man, has anybody in-processed you or like shown you anything yet? No. Well, within 30 minutes, the mayor of Peck has me completely in-processed to all of Peck. And I've met people that he knows on a first name basis that I think I've talked to between in-processing and out-processing twice. So that goes to show, right? And then all the people I've gotten to work with here, Sergeant Major Harrison was one of my sergeant majors out there at Fort Cavazos who told me I needed to come here. Or Sergeant Major Callahan at Fort Benning who told me I needed to come here. I got here, got to work for Sergeant Major Ferraro. I'm a guy who's never not worked for SMTV alumni my entire time in the program. In fact, even prior to that, Sergeant Major Mike Moss back in PA was a proud SMTV alumni, right? I worked for nothing but that and saw this place as, after 2 tours, not thinking it was a thing for me. So getting to come here and just be amongst the incredible people who've come through here, right? Whether it was hearing stories about Blanton and Griffin and Dickerson and Faulkner and Larson and Mann and everyone that had come before us, to after 2 years here watching our team, right? You know, the Gillums, the Hatfields, Lanson, and at dinner with Sergeant Major Roberts, point blank looking him in the eye and telling him that I would put my lineup of current instructors against any dream team he could put together throughout history because we had him beat. And it was, you know, Dickerson and Larson and the team over there at the NCOA, and the Oracle himself as our chief of training development, right? I told the division sergeant major to his face, we would absolutely beat any lineup he picked throughout history. I realized that, you know, Sergeant Major Farrar and Mr. Scott are in the room, but they've heard this already. They know it's true. But I would challenge you guys that are the newer group of instructors, right? The Chambers, the Bays, the Master Cassos, the Halls of the program. Keep being able to talk that trash and back it up, right? The team that you have here has the ability to do that. You have all of the talent in the world. I tell Griff all the time, he's already a better TV chief than I ever was. It's because he reads good. But there's so much talent and potential in this room that influences the program on a daily basis, right? The things that you guys accomplish here shape the MOS, and by virtue of that, you shape the entire Army National Guard. It gets lost on you sometimes driving in at 4:30 in the morning for PT. Right? It gets lost on you when you're here late at night grading or when you're trying to deal with having to send students home for whatever unknown reason it may pop up today. Don't lose sight of that. You are literally shaping whether or not this organization is able to do what it is required to do by the National Defense Authorization Act. That's crazy. You don't think about that on a daily basis, but what you do makes that happen. And I am so happy to be leaving this place in the capable hands that it's in, right? I mean, I can't imagine better people to work with or work for in the time I've been here, and I'm incredibly thankful that I get to leave here with a lot of awesome new friends. That way when I do get, you know, tired of hanging out with the Oracle, I can shoot back down here for a weekend and crash on somebody's couch. But in all seriousness, everyone in here has my number. It's not changing. If you ever need anything of me or my family, please feel free to reach out, call, text. Find yourself in the NGV area and you decide you want to catch up, I can assure you there will always be a place for anyone in this room to come by, crash, have a meal, enjoy some quality time. So thank you, and I tried to take up as little of y'all's lunch hour as humanly possible. That being said,
This concludes today's ceremony. You may offer your personal congratulations and farewells to Master Sergeant Gehres, and thank you for attending.